start the next lesson in physics. Seventh lesson, system of particles and rotational motion. First we are going to study what is system of particles. System of particles. System of particles means, system means many particles. Okay. System of particles means large number of particles. System of particles means large number of particles. In 9th standard you would have studied matter is made up of small particles. Particles means what? They can be atoms or molecules or ions. Okay. So since this is physics, we will use the term particles itself. If it is chemistry, we will use the term atoms, molecules or ions. Okay. So any system of particles means there are many particles in a body. Okay. Suppose if you consider one rigid body. Again in 9th standard you have studied what is rigidity, compressibility, fluidity, all those things. Okay. What do you mean by a rigid body? Rigid body means what? The body will have a definite shape. Okay. And the body will have a definite volume. It will have a definite shape and definite volume. Rigid means what? Suppose this ink bottle is there. I am pressing this ink bottle. Is it changing the shape? No. Even if I apply some force, the body is maintaining its shape. So that type of bodies we will call it as rigid body. Rigid body means ability to maintain its shape even if force is applied. So it is having definite shape and definite volume. It means what? It is a solid. In solid, how the particles will be packed? The particles will be closely packed or tightly packed. So in a rigid body, the particles are very closely packed. So the space between the particles will be very less. The space between the particles is very less. Okay. So a rigid body has a system of particles. It has a system of particles. System of particles means what? It has many particles or large number of particles. So understood what do you mean by system of particles? Yes. So if the system of particles are closely packed, okay, they will give a definite shape and definite volume to a body. Okay. So a rigid body is a body which has a system of particles. System of particles means large number of particles. So the next one is rotational motion. Rotational motion example we can take a spinning top. Spinning top means what in Tamil? Bambaram. Okay. How it will rotate? Will it rotate like this? This is revolution. Okay, if it moves like this in a circular path, it means it is revolution. Then what is rotation? Rotation means it will not change its position, but in that position itself, it will be spinning like this. For example, rotation of the earth. So earth, it will undergo revolution also. but along the axis it will be spinning also, like how a spinning top will rotate. So that is what is called as rotational motion. Rotational motion means the spinning of a object. Spinning of a object or rotation of an object along an axis. Along an axis. Okay, so that is what is called as rotational motion, or we can say a rotation with respect to a particular axis. A rotation with respect to a particular axis. For example, I am considering one object. Okay, so the shape of the object I am considering like this. This is one object. The shape of the object is like this. So now this object is going to rotate. So if it rotates, what will happen? This will be the axis of rotation. So in this axis, what will happen? It will start rotating like this. Yes or no? So the axis in which it is rotating, this axis is called as axis of rotation. What is this called as? Axis of rotation. Okay, the object is not going to change its position. The position will be same. The axis will be same. Okay, but in that position itself, it will be spinning. So that type of motion is called as what motion? Rotational motion. Now I am going to consider one particle here, a particle P here. Okay, now when this object is spinning, what will be the motion of this particle P? Three-dimensionally you think. What will be the motion of this particle P when the object is rotating? Now I am considering this as an object. Okay, so if the object moves like this, it is a circular motion. Rotational motion means what? This will be the axis. It will be rotating like this along the axis. The position will not change. It will be in this position only. In this position itself, it will be rotating like this. Then the motion is called as rotational motion. So it is moving along this axis. So this center axis, we will call it as axis of rotation. Now I am going to consider one particle here. So here there is a particle P. So when this object is rotating, how the particle P is moving? It is rotating or it is revolving? Revolve agada, rotate agada. So if I move it like this, okay, it is taking a circular path like this. Yes or no? So when the object is rotating, the particles, okay, will take a circular path. The particles in that will be having a circular path. So the particles will have a circular path. So the object alone will be in rotation. The particles are taking a circular path. When the object is rotating, the particle is taking a circular path. So the particles will have a circular path. So understood what is rotational motion and what is circular motion. Hope you understood what is rotational motion and what is system of particles. So the next one which we are going to study is center of mass. Center of mass. Suppose if I take one object like this and a circular object like this. In circular object, which is the center? This point in the middle, it is the center. What does it mean? all the mass of the particles. It will have many particles. Yes or no? All the particles mass is concentrated, is accumulated in a one point. That point is called as the center of mass. So center of mass means the mass of all the particles are concentrated or accumulated in a single point. That point is called as center of mass. So what is center of mass? The mass of all the particles in a body are concentrated in a particular point called as center of mass. Now this is one object you think. Okay, when I hold the object exactly in the center of mass, the object will not fall down. Okay, because all the mass, it is concentrated in one particular point. If I hold the object in the center of mass, the object will not fall down. Suppose instead of holding it in the center of mass, if I hold it in the corner like this, what will happen? The object will fall down. So that the point in the object where all the mass of the particles are accumulated, that point is called as center of mass. It will give the balance for the object. It will give the balance for the object. So instead of holding it in the center of mass, if I hold it in the corner and all, the object will fall down. Okay. So for a regular shape, the center of mass will be in a particular point. So if it is a square, means you can say the center of mass will be in the center. For irregular shapes, we cannot tell like that. Okay, the irregular shape and all, the center of mass will always not be in the center. Okay, the point will change. Okay, the center of mass point will change. Okay, now we are going to calculate the center of mass for a two particle system. For a two particle system. First, I will tell what is a two particle system. Two particle system means the body, we are assuming that the body is having only two particles. We are going to assume the body is having only two particles. Okay, understood? So I am taking this as the origin. This as the origin. Okay, so I am going to assume that the body is having only how many particles? Two particles. So one particle is M1 and another particle I am considering it is M2. Okay, so here I will consider M1 and another particle I am going to consider M2. So the distance between the origin and M1, I am going to consider it as x1. Okay, and the distance between the origin and M2, I am going to consider as x2. Okay, so the center of mass will be in between these 2 points. Okay, the center of mass will be between these 2 points. So the center of mass should balance both the masses. So it should be in between these 2 points. So this distance I am taking it as capital X. Understood? Capital X. So capital X. Capital X means what? Center of mass, Cm, is equal to M1 x1 plus M2 x2 divided by M1 plus M2. So how will you write? m1 x1 plus m2 x2 divided by m1 plus m2. So if the system has only two particles, then the center of mass expression you have to write like this, okay, where this point is the center of mass Cm. Okay, suppose if the system is having n number of particles, this is for only two particles we have written. Suppose if the system has n number of particles, how will you write? If the system has n number of particles, how will you write?
Expression.
Tell me. So x, okay, center of mass, x means along the x-axis, okay, so it will be m1 x1 plus m2 x2 and it will go on till mn xn, okay, divided by m1 plus m2 plus it will go on till mn. This is along the x-axis, okay. Suppose I can also draw it from y-axis, yes or no? Like this I can draw. Yes, I can draw it from y-axis also, yes or no? So if I represent the center of mass with y-axis, how the expression will be? m1 y1 plus m2 y2 plus it will go on till mn yn divided by m1 plus m2 and it will go on till mn. So along the x-axis also I can represent, okay, the center of mass, and along the y-axis also I can represent the center of mass. Now what will be the resultant? So I am expressing it in both the axes, so I should have some resultant, yes or no? So resultant I am going to represent it as capital R. So resultant of center of mass is equal to m1 r1 plus m2 r2 up to mn rn divided by m1 plus m2 up to mn. So this is how I will represent the resultant. So I can write it as summation, yes or no? So 1, 2, 3 up to n. So I can write it as summation of mi r I. So I is starting from 1 and it is ending at n. So sigma I is equal to 1 to n mi ri. So this whole numerator I am representing it like this, okay, divided by, this is summation of only mass, okay, so I can write it as mi. So I, where it is starting, I is equal to 1 to I is equal to n. So this is the expression for center of mass for a n particle system. For a n particle system. So this is the center of mass expression for a n particle system. Understood? So this symbol means we are going to add. So we are going to add from the first term to the nth term. Okay, so that is the meaning of this symbol. We are going to add mi ri, that is mr, from the first term to the nth term we are going to add. Here in the denominator only the m term we are going to add from the first term to the nth particle. Okay, so this is the expression for center of mass for the n particle system. Okay, so the remaining things we will continue in the next class.